Hey YouTube, I'm Anthony.
I'm Monica, and
we're the cooks. So, YouTube channel, we wanted to take this opportunity to kind of give you a little bit of background about us. Because we didn't want you to think that, that we've had this perfect relationship, this perfect marriage, and that everything started off optimal. Okay, we didn't want you to think that. And so here's a little bit about us. And when we tell you this, we want you to kind of understand that it doesn't always work this way. Our disclaimer is we don't suggest that it works this way, but we're going to tell you how it happened for us. One thing about our YouTube channel is that we want to make sure that we are honest and transparent, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to hide anything. And so we want to be honest with you because we feel like that we're developing a relationship. And so for us to be able to develop a relationship with you guys, it's going to require for us to be honest with you. And so here's the honesty about us. We met on a blind date.
Yes.
I moved in the next day. Look at her smiling. And that was 25 years ago. Was it 25? Almost 25? More than 25? More than 25. 25. So 25 years ago, and we've been married for 23 years. We thought that it was important to be able to let you know that because we didn't want you to think that everything started off perfect. I mean, in our YouTube videos, we've been walking with the Lord for a long time. A long time. Yeah. And we can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that because of the relationship that we have, first with God, and second with each other, that it has been a phenomenal time. We've had a blast. But we don't
good, bad, and ugly.
Good, bad, and ugly. Yes. But we don't want you to think that it started off as, us doing everything perfect and we were these just, I don't know.
We argued the first night that we went out on our date.
Yeah, we fought like cats and dogs.
Not really like
okay, this is what happened. No, this is what happened. Okay, and so I'm brand new in the military and I get stationed in Austin, Texas, where my wife grew up. And so she takes me out on this date. And so when she takes me, should we talk about how we very, very, very first met?
What do you mean?
Like with me meeting your sister and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. If you guys want to know that story, then we'll get detailed in that story. But this is what happened. And so, no, I want to tell them that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is what happened. I was in the military and I had a roommate. My roommate, can I say his name? Yeah, his name is Ash, nickname. And so I came home one day and Ash was in our room and he had this really pretty girl in the room. And I was like, wow, you're really pretty. Do you have another one like you at home? And she was like, yeah, I do. I said, okay, I want to meet her. She was like, well, it's my sister and she's really mean. And I'm like, okay, does she have a big butt? And I know that's probably not the best thing to say to the YouTube community, but that was my very first concern. And her sister was like, yeah, she has a big butt, but she's really mean. I was like, okay, whether she's really mean or not, I want to meet her. And so, wait, look at my hair. It's shiny. Let me close this. That's better. Okay. And so she said, yeah, I have a sister. She's really mean. I was like, does she have a big butt? She was like, yeah. And so she called her up on the phone. And when she called up on the phone, I got on the phone and I said, hey, how are you doing? And she was like, who is this? I'm like, yeah, I just met your sister and she gave me your number and I want to meet you. And she was like, I don't even know you. I was like, you want to go on a date? And she was like, I don't even know you. I was like, well, can you come pick me up? Because I didn't even have a car. And she was like, okay, yeah, fine. So she came and picked me up. And so when she came and picked me up, I met her at the door and I shook her hand, and I did like this. No, I didn't. I did like this. And I kissed my own hand because I was a little bit conceited. Yeah. And then I twirled her around and I looked at her butt and I was like, I do have a big butt. Okay. So we went out on our date, and while we were out on our date,
I got us lost.
She got us lost.
I got us lost.
And if you watch our very first video, we were talking about forgiveness and directions. I forgave her. So she got us lost, and we fought like cats and dogs, and we just fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and fought. And
you make it sound so horrible.
It was horrible.
It was not. Horrible. It wasn't horrible.
Long story short, I woke up the next morning, and she was like, okay, well, I'm leaving now. And I was like, okay, where are you going? She was like, I'm leaving. I'm going home. I was like, okay. So I grabbed my bag and I went and stood by the door, and she was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going with you. She said, what do you mean you going with me? I'm going with you. And so the very next day, I got in the car with her, and I went and I met her mom and her sisters and who else? Everybody in her family. Everybody. For some reason.
Everybody that was around.
Yeah, for some reason, I just wanted to meet everybody in her family and get to know everybody. And so.
And I always tell singles, when you get involved with somebody, they have to be concerned about everybody that you hang around with. They should want to meet everybody that's a part of your world.
You know what? That's good advice. And as far as one of our first videos, I will say this. What Monica just said about if you get involved with somebody and they don't want to know your family members, or if you are involved in a relationship with somebody, I'll tell you this from a man to a woman, all these ladies out here, if you meet a man and for some reason, when you meet him, he wants to pull you away from everything that you know and love, and he wants to isolate you, that's not a good thing.
That is a telltale sign that something's not right.
And fellas, if you get together with a woman and she hates your mom and she doesn't want to have anything to do with your family members, and she doesn't understand why you spend time with your family, and she doesn't want to get to know anybody in your family, and she wants you to just isolate and be locked in an apartment, just the two of y'all, and not go anywhere with anybody else or see anybody, I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably not a good way to start things out. And so, ladies, one of the easiest ways, fellas, one of the easiest ways for somebody to be able to control you is for them to take you away from everything that you know and love. And so don't let that happen. And so I think that's pretty good for our first intro. Yeah. And so that's that's us being transparent with you and open with you and letting you know that we're not perfect. We are not perfect, and honestly, we will tell you that we're not experts. Although we are best friends. We're best friends. And so, being the best friends that we are, we want to help you guys to grow to become best friends. You know, when I met my wife, she was an individual. She was her own individual person. When she met me, I was my own individual person. But through the grace of God, and I can honestly tell you, much prayer, 1 + 1
= 1.
Yeah. So that's it, YouTube. Please subscribe to us. Please tell your friends about us. Please leave comments and suggestions and questions and anything that you want to know. If you have any questions, ask us. We're open. We're transparent. We want to be honest with you. And so please let everybody know about us, not for us to get subscribers or anything like that, because we're not trying to get any kind of fame out of this. But we believe that the more people that hear our story and the more people that comment and question and ask us questions, the more people that we can reach out and be able to help and bless.
Yes.
So
our goal is no more divorces.
No more divorces.
Commitment.
And best friends. Best friends.
Best friends.
So, bye, YouTube.
Bye.